Hey there, fellow mobile game fanatics. I'm MyTyme, the NHL Supercard 2K17. I am in my Christmas attire here. I've got my minion stuff on. I've actually got minion bottoms on as well, but I'm beginning to flake out, so I'm not going to get to, I'm not going to stand up. I'm not very flexible either, so this is probably going to end up with me hurting myself. But you might be able to see some. Oh, Christ. Oh, okay, we won't do that again. Oh, yeah. So, anyway, NHL Supercard. Been away for a while, so there's not really a lot to report. I completely and utterly missed the endurance events. Now, a lot of you guys, I think, were pretty happy to see that back. For me, don't mind. I played it a little bit in the last season, then I tailed off towards the end, so I didn't really play much for the last few months. But I got no rewards, so I will have to do an endurance video in the future, give you some tips and tricks, etc. So look forward to that in the new year. Now we have the new event up, which I will come to in just a moment, and I will have a look at. Oh, can you please stop giving me all of these? Look at the card store. Okay, so if we scroll down, we have these packs basically up for grabs at the moment. So the ultra rare pack or the legends pack are the two kind of packs at the moment which you would go for. Now I did a little pack opening at the very beginning of the game, and to say thank you very much for getting 2,000 subscribers, I am going to go for another little pack opening. It's also Christmas and the New Year. When am I going to do it? I think I am probably going to do it in after Christmas, either between Christmas and the New Year or just into the New Year. I kind of want to wait and see maybe if they bring out something else or some other packs. As you can see here, you can get purchase one random legend alumni player card. So I'm not too sure. I think these are going to be different to the regular ones that I have. So you are guaranteed a legendary rarity. I do not know how many cards there are available. I might try and find that out before I do it, because if I'm going to end up with 5 or 6 single legendary cards, they're not going to help me a massive amount. However, the good news is guaranteed legend. So if I did get a couple, got a 1 or 2 pros, it helped me massively, not just for the seasons, but it also helped me in events such as, oh my gosh, Road to the Cup, which we will come on to. Now I do have a season in play here. We're still in qualifying, 51 for 23, and bearing in mind I was like 10 for 20 or something, I didn't energize for the first whole part of it, pulled myself back through, got a really good chance here, I think, of actually getting a legendary card. I think I can get to the semi-finals in this. I should at least get to the quarterfinals anyway, which would be 2 epics. So team is now starting to take a little bit of shape, so I should hopefully be able to start getting a few better rewards and start to actually push on, which would be really good. Now the reason I wanted to push on is for events like this, so I can get the top rewards. Now just as we go through, I'm going to explain, just go over the rewards first and then explain something. I'm going to forget the first 3 because I don't think anyone really needs those. It's just a waste of time playing for them. I understand why they're in the game, because they don't want the event to be too easy, but nobody cares what the reward is. Now if you have just started, or you're kind of in the middle part of the game, Mark Stahl, defenseman, if it makes a pro for you, great. If not, you're not going to be too worried about getting him. Now to get Rick Nash, left winger there, pretty decent. Once again, right wings, left wings tend to be positions that take a while to fill up. You have to be quite lucky to get a pro in those. So if you can get one early on, that really helps. Now you've got Jake Musin here, which is a single for me, I believe. Defenseman, 2 positions there. So to get pros there is really good, because every other position you've only got one up for grabs. 2 in the defenseman. Never complain when you pull those if they're singles, because you've got to get 2 pros technically for your team, for exhibition and that. So if you can get one from an event, it makes a pro for, it's really good. Then we hit the event cards, and you've got Justin Williams here, Road to the Cup special on it, right wings. Now I'd like to get this card, but realistically with my lineup, I don't think I will. Now, I don't know where my lineup actually is because I haven't done this far, but if I were to autofill, it's going to put me Epic plus plus. Okay, now I can obviously improve this because there are cards here, for example, which would not be in here. I would be swapping this with, let's just see who has been omitted from my team. I'll be swapping this with just that for the sake of it. So just as an example. Now, I also have a pro in the wings in terms of, oops, let's click on combinable. Ryan McDonough, so that'll be another pro that can go in. So I'll be able to be close to legendary. Now, I did actually pull, you might have seen it in there, you might have seen it, a legendary card, and I did pull a Duncan Keith, which I have been training up while playing some quick games, getting energies and stuff for that season. So I did pull this Duncan Keith off the board not too long ago, so I'm not expecting another pull soon, but that's really good for me because if I don't make it to the finals, or if I do, you know, semi-finals, something like that, if I get one legendary card, it's increasing that chance of me making a pro. Now, this is what I'm going to show. This is what I'm going to come on to. Okay, so great that you have events. One thing that I do think this game is lacking, and I think they could easily change this by removing this common card and starting on the uncommon card. Even if they started at 118 points, whatever they want to do, I think as you scroll through, there should be a reward in between the epic and the legendary event card. There should be a legendary card reward in there. Now, what would that do? It wouldn't break the game. Okay, it wouldn't do anything like that. What it would do is it would enable people who maybe don't have quite a good enough decks to go through and get those pro legendary cards the opportunity to potentially grind and, I don't know, spend maybe some credits, etc., to at least get that single legendary card, because it could make a pro for them. It will give them opportunity to maybe make a pro when they hit their legendary freebie, or from a King of the Ring, from a season, anything like that, by going straight onto this legendary card. I mean, these obviously, I'm going to imagine, are probably not easy to get. You kind of basically telling people you get to epic and you stop, and I understand that you might say, well, these legendary cards aren't massively better than the standard ones. Well, then you could always make these fractionally better. You could always boost them up another 30 kind of stat points overall. They're still not going to be better than the star cards when they come out, not the star pros anyway. And you just make a star pro capable of beating these cards pretty comfortably. That's going to happen. These cards won't be as vital once star cards are released. So I just said, yeah, you know, put legendary, try and get people up, try and build people up to that kind of epic legendary tier from playing the game, rather than making them have to grind out. You get one of these cards. I mean, there is literally no incentive to try and get one of these cards. You either have to go for both or none, because it's just going to sit there otherwise in your inventory. And while it might give you a little bit of improvement for now, for a couple of months, it's going to easily just drop straight out as soon as you start getting pros. That's my opinion anyway. Let me know what you think in the comments below, if you think that's a good idea or not. And also let me know about those packs. Do you think I should go for those legendary ones, and let me know, are they worth it? Or am I best to just wait for those kind of regular packs where it's epic or legendary, a bit cheaper, possible pulling cards that I could pro from pulls from the board? I don't know. If you know a bit more about the packs, let me know, because I'm willing to learn. And with that, I'm going to sign off. So I probably won't be back on again before Christmas. It won't be 23rd now. Yeah, probably going to play the event, see how I go, see if I can get myself maybe. I don't think I'm going to have enough time to be able to really push through. So I'm a bit up in the air about whether I want to invest a lot of time into it or not. We'll see. But I'm definitely going to have that season reward when I come back. And there's going to be a pack opening soon. So I said, let me know what you think in the comments below. I'm going to see if I can start getting this team to where it needs to be before those star cards get released. So thank you once again. I've been MyTyme. Have a very Merry Christmas. Enjoy the festive season, and I'll see you all very soon.